Hello, friends. This is Melody Self, and I am coming live today. I haven't done it in a few, in a while, so I wanted to come live. I had said a little over a week ago that I would come live and share some of my things, my takeaways from my recent workout that I had done. Not just a workout, but a challenge I had completed. And I don't know if y'all saw my pictures a few weeks ago, not even a few weeks, just a little over, I guess, a week and a half ago. I had said how it had helped me gain some confidence and everything. And so I just wanted to come live and just share a few thoughts that I had and let's do this, right? I have struggled with doing it's everyone whenever we're doing something different, don't we struggle and it's challenging and hard to overcome. And how do we do that? How do we actually do something that are you one of those people, I have a lot of kids and one of some of my kids, just one of them especially, he doesn't care. He just steps in and he starts going, going, going. And what I learned in this is because I'm more like one of my other sons who's much more of an observer. And he wants to get it all right. He wants to do all the research. He wants to find everything out that he can so that when he does attempt to do whatever it is, he'll do it perfectly. And he won't make so many mistakes instead of like mistaking his way there, or falling kind of like falling forward. But what I found is that for me is that it makes me go and do the thing a lot slower instead of having the fast pace to getting to where I want to be. And it makes me feel like I'm on the slow jog here instead of the fast forward. And often I want to get there faster, but then my fear kicks up, my desire to be perfect wants to kick in, and then I just don't have the confidence to go where I want to do because I haven't done the research or I haven't gotten all my, all the things in. And so one of the things that I learned from my experience in I'll tell you a little bit of a I haven't enjoyed working out very much because when I first started working out, I would get asthma and then I would start fainting and passing out. And I would go to when I was only a teenager, I was very young. I started going to the doctors to finding out what was wrong, and they just gave me a bad diagnosis, and they said I was just making everything up, and there's really basically nothing they could do. So that didn't help me. And when I had a relapse, when I was like 38 or so, it I just went to the holistic route, and that's how I recovered my health. And now I'm able to go to the gym. But my kids also were kind of afraid for me to go because of my own issues on the journey, right? And so sometimes our own hangups can cause those difficulties, and our thinking or our past experiences will cause this trauma that prevents us from moving forward. And so how do we move past it? How do we get past those things that are like we know this to be true. We know this is the way it is. And, even me coming live today here on this, I usually, to be honest, I'm very comfortable using my phone. I like the way it works. It's easy for me. I get a good picture. I like the way it is. And so I have resisted using the desktop. Even though I've had one, I resisted using it. And so I decided to practice coming on my desktop, and I didn't have a proper the mic, whatever. And so I'm borrowing one of my son's gaming headsets. So I'll get me a better headset in the future, but hopefully you can hear me just really great. And if you're here, say hello. I'm using StreamYard, so you do have to give permission to it. So then I can see, I can see your name, and I can give me a shout out and say hi. If you're watching the replay, then say hashtag replay and let me know that you're here, because always fun to interact with you and see who is watching it. Or if you have a question, ask me and I can answer you live right here, or I can come back and answer you later. But always the key is to really taking the step and showing up. I can't get to the gym if I don't show up. If I'm not going there, I'm not gonna if I'm just dreaming about it in my mind, it's not really doing the thing. And we can imagine, and we do need to see our future with our, in our mind before we can actually have it. But if I'm not able to actually show up when the time comes, it's not gonna do any good, right? It's not gonna get me there. And one of the things that has really showed me, because I haven't never been this faithful to going to the gym. I've gone, I guess it's been 9 weeks, I think 9 weeks now. Um, consistently, faithfully, and my daughter and I, like, even this week, we're like, "Oh, we don't feel like going, we don't wanna go," but you know what? She's showing up, I'm showing up, and we both got through it, and we came out stronger, and I know I feel stronger, and feeling stronger in my body has made me have the way I carry my body is differently because it's stronger and it doesn't feel so beat down, and I'm even able to do a lot more things just because of it, and it's making me but it takes the cost is time. It takes time. And then I'm like, am I being the mom I want to be because it's taking time away? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? And there's always a cost to whatever we want. And so we can also get in our mind and start going, well, is the cost worth it? Or I'll just stay in my comfort zone. It's just easier. Why is it? Why? Because it's our known way. We know the way. We know the results if we just sit here watching our favorite series or watching YouTube videos or whatever app you watch your shorts or I don't know, like the little short videos on. Hi, Katya. Thank you so much. And I love you too. But you know that it's so important to keep our vision in front of us and to keep focus on what we want and to show up when the time is. And I really know that just by showing up, that's going to give you confidence and it's going to help you to get your fears on the back burner. It's going to help you to go forward and it's going to help you to have the thing that you want so that you can do it. But I really wanted to make this association because I started thinking about the gym and I was saying, I look around and I was seeing all these machines everywhere. And I was like, man, these are just such torture devices. And my daughter goes, well, they make you stronger. So you can think of it like, are they torture devices? Are they really here to make me stronger? And I was talking with one of my son who just, he's the football player who loves to go to the gym. And I said, hey, isn't it kind of like a badge of honor for you when you wake up the next morning and you're like, I'm sore in my body and I feel like, I did something. He's like, yeah, that means my muscles are growing. And so that's great. But, we don't feel that way when we are in a deep valley. When we feel like we can't go on, when we feel like things are closing in around us and we wonder who's our friend and we wonder where our family is, said they'd be there when we were down. We don't feel that way. But the valleys are also where we get our muscles, our faith muscles. I've called them fussles before on accident, but they're our muscles that we get that. Hi, Shell. Thanks for being here. I love you too. And I know Shell has an amazing story. If you don't know her, you really need to go find her and find her story because she is an incredible warrior. This woman here, she's got some faith muscles for sure. But that's how we get them. It's by going through the valleys. It's by going through the storms. It's by going and walking through them instead of praying them away and just asking God to take them all away. It's about getting ourselves stronger so that we can endure it, so that we can grow through it, so that we can get stronger on the other side, so that we can become all that God has intended us for us to be. Because you know what? You do have dreams on the inside of you. Each one of us has dreams that God placed inside of you just for such a time. And in Romans 8:28, oh, my daughter's here. She's showing off her paint. She learned some new painting and she's over here showing me. But she you're coming on screen. Say hello.
Hi.
But to get the muscles, to get those the muscles, to gain the ability to go through. Hey, Bryn, the way to get through is to continue on, obviously, and to ask God to help us to be stronger. And in Romans 8:28, it says on there that He's going to give us what we need. So for us to gain the ability, right? And I'm not saying it quite right, but when we get that strength to be able to walk through, then it's going to help us in the next season for our dream. Sometimes, like if my daughter came over here and she's like, "Mommy, please give me driving lessons. I really want them right now." We know that we all know she doesn't have the capacity and she's not able to do that just yet, right? We know that she can't do that. But sometimes we're like that. We're like, God, you gave us this dream and we want it right now, but we haven't gone through the steps to gain our strength to able to handle where he wants to take us. And so we need to enlarge in our capacity so that we can have what we actually want and what he wants us to have. But we have to go along the way and not just jump to the conclusion. We need to have our strength up, right? We need to have our muscles gained so that we can have the capacity to go there. And us going there is going to give us the foundation that we need to have what he wants us to have, and so that we can inspire and encourage, and our stories can lift others up. And so that's why we need to go through those storms. Sometimes we don't understand why when we're there, but we're gaining our strength, we're gaining our ability to fly so that we can soar, and so that we can be the inspiration that we want. And a birthing has a proper time to give birth. We don't just to give birth. Like if the baby comes too soon, there's a lot of things that has to happen so that it can survive and live and flourish. And so we don't want that thing to come too soon, and we don't have that all the right foundation built. And so I want you to stay encouraged in when we're going through and growing to where we want to be. Don't get discouraged in the valleys. And if we don't have the contrast of the valleys, we'll never know what the mountaintop is. We can't just live in the mountains. We'll in the top, in it, we'll never even know. We have to have the contrast so we can appreciate it and the things that we're in, and to appreciate each season and to appreciate where we are and where we're growing to be. So I love y'all's encouragement today and all your interactions. And if you have any other questions or any other topics you want me to talk about, then I would love to hear that. And awesome, Becky. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, Shell, every season is so precious. It is so precious. And there's always things to be grateful for. In every situation, in every circumstance, there's always something. We can either, like that story where they say that the prisoner was, one looked out and saw the stars and one looked only and saw bars. We can be the same way. We're only can be complaining about everything, and it's horrible. We just complain and complain and complain, or we can be seeing how we're growing and the things that are causing us to get those muscles, and we can be appreciative of what we're going through and growing through. We always want to grow through and get there and not turn around, because your breakthrough is on the other side of growing through there. Your breakthrough is coming. I love y'all guys, and I will see y'all next time. Bye for now.